Hey everybody. So my name is Donna Pranalakshmi and I'm your host here at My Spoken Truth. And I've been toying with the idea for quite a while now to bring back this channel, to bring back the podcast. And I'd love to know what you folks have to say. I'd love to know who you have in mind for guests. So really the topic of the podcast is about hearing people's truth, hearing people's stories of perseverance and how they've basically broken through obstacles, really become more enlivened and more revitalized after going through a really difficult time in their lives. So let me know what you think about me bringing back the podcast, because I'm really feeling deeply in my heart that it is coming back. And I am also making this video right now after recording another podcast with my girls, Sahar and Danielle, called Adulting in the Modern World, which you can find on Spotify. And from that conversation, we were talking about healing in intimate relationships, and basically all relationships, but how that healing relates to our relationship with our partner or our spouse. And so one of the golden nuggets that came out of that recording was a practice that I kind of created and stumbled upon myself using the Ho'oponopono Hawaiian reconciliation and forgiveness practice. And what I did after a relationship had ended a number of years ago, a relationship where I was ghosted by my partner and just kind of left in kind of thin air, wondering, what's happening here, even though it was very obvious what was happening. And I had invested emotions and feelings and time. And so what I found was that this actually needed some repair. This needed some healing for myself and to offer to my partner without them even knowing. So that's the real golden nugget here, is that the other person doesn't even need to know that you are offering prayer, you're offering healing, and going into this, part of healing the self and the soul. And so that little practice that I stumbled upon was that I put into my phone, I put a reminder on my phone for 40 days, every single day, daily reminder to say the Ho'oponopono prayer or forgiveness practice. And so my timer would come on and I would sit there for about 5 minutes, like a 5-minute meditation practice or prayer. And I would repeat the Ho'oponopono practice over and over and over again. Now, the first few days or week or two was dedicated to this past partner, this relationship. And what I found after was that it started to take a different shape and a different course, and that it started to be redirected to other parts of myself and my life and other people in my life. And so it took on something bigger, and what that entailed was really my own healing from that relationship that ended, and the healing going forward to help me attract a healthy partner and a healthy relationship, which is exactly what it did. And it did that within days and or weeks. It was a very short time period from when the one ended and the other came into my life. And now I'm in this loving, beautiful relationship for the last 4 years. And so to heal from a past relationship is really, really important, because what we do is we take away some of that expectation from the new partner to fill a void that the old partner didn't do, when really it was never the older partner's responsibility to fill that void. It's always our responsibility to take care of ourselves and our needs and our desires, and how we express them to our partner is where we can see whether or not that partner can meet our needs or be a part of meeting our needs. And so the prayer or the practice goes as such: I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And so you take this and you repeat it over and over, and you can dedicate it to the person. So to me, in my case, I dedicated it to this past partner. And as I dedicated it to him, I wished him well on his journey. I wished him well in his life. I really sent blessings of peace and forgiveness and understanding that, it wasn't meant to be, and that's fine, because there are better things for me. There are other things for me. There are other people for me that will actually be able to be a better match and have a better understanding of how to relate to me. And so that's exactly what happened. So I offer you to practice this prayer or this meditation for 5 minutes a day for 40 days. And if you want to do that little trick I did of plugging in a reminder on your phone every single day for 40 days, and see how that helps change your perspective and helps to accelerate your healing after a breakup. So in the comments below, I'd love to hear from you. Share your stories. Let me know how this worked for you. And if you like what you're seeing, subscribe. And I hope one day, really, really, really soon, you're going to see a new episode of My Spoken Truth, because it's really calling to me to come back. And until then, catch our other podcast, Adulting in the Modern World, which you can find on Spotify. So until then, see you next time.